No, ain't no buts for me. I do love my kids. Ain't no buts. They get on my nerves. They get on my nerves.
It's been a minute since I've been to. I don't even know if I remember how to do this. Welcome back, Snoop Troop. I'm with my brother Tremon in the building.
What up?
Yeah, it's getting hot already. Hopefully that sound don't. Is the car still running? I turn it off.
No, you didn't turn it back on.
I'm back in Wisconsin, as you see. We got some. Go ahead. We got some Kessex. I know he on lunch.
I'm fat, boy. I'm trying to eat. What you mean?
Go ahead. Here. Let's see what I got. Actually, I'm mad because I should have got that Mac bowl, but I forgot.
You didn't?
No, I got the
You got this bowl right here, right?
Yeah, this famous bowl. Which I loved it. Y'all, tell me why. I was like, all right, let me get some wings, and they're like, we don't serve individual wings no more. We how much they say it was? Like $4
per wing.
I
said,
I'm like, oh my goodness. Ain't nobody trying to do all that. That's outrageous.
Super chalked.
I'm like, goodness. I see the eggs. I didn't know the chickens was taxing too.
We got a little.
Go ahead and get a quick
little Diablo.
You want to put your
what? I did.
No,
what
just
you
put
the sandwich.
Open your bag.
The sandwich.
Put the money in the bag. Oh, this might be a great thumbnail.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. This look all right. Oh, what is that, cheese?
You want to go ahead and lead this in a prayer?
Sure.
Okay. Let me get one of your Papa's fritas because they look good.
Thank you, Lord, for blessing us to see another day. Blessing us to be able to be together and eat this food on my lunch break, which I got to get back to. And and just as we get older, just keeping our health and our family together and safe and happy. Amen.
Amen. Let me go ahead and you can go ahead. I know the sun is shining and sometimes this the phone will overheat, and that's the last thing that I want to deal with. So
okay,
I just take a damp towel and wet it and just put it over the back. That way, this if it does overheat or it won't overheat. There we go.
We can roll the windows down a little bit too.
No, it's just like with the sun shining through.
Oh, yeah.
It'll
Okay.
like that. I ain't had one of these in a long time, and y'all, these famous bowls, this is probably one of the best inventions that KFC done had.
Yeah.
You rock with these?
Mm-hmm.
They look like they got a little Parmesan on here, too.
I actually missed them little, what's the little things called? They used to be like little KFC sandwiches. You know what I'm talking about? Snack?
The Chicken Littles.
Yeah.
No, is it the snacker?
No, that I think that was what they used to make, like the little snack wraps from McDonald's, but they used to have them little bitty chicken.
I think they're called the snackers.
Maybe they was. I don't know.
And then they went. Wait, who had the Chicken Littles?
This thing extra crispy. It was crispier than I thought it was. And buddy, listen.
This is actually seasoned really well.
I think that I had this dude just done overloaded it with this mayo or whatever this. I'm like, bruh.
In Wisconsin, that's how they like it.
I know, but you know what I'm saying. And bro, I'm about to pull Buddy back up. Listen, I'm about to be on some Keith Lee. Like, listen, not my favorite.
Dog. Keith Lee be having me rolling. And I love how he always do disclaimers like, it wasn't that good for me. You might like it. I don't.
Y'all might like this. This too crispy for me. This not crispy, like it's actually like kind of hard. Like they gave me a hard piece of chicken. And I was sitting on one of them little heaters. This going back in the Diablo bag. Oh. My bad. You see, boy, put a pound of mayo on this.
Yeah, that was a lot of mayo.
Damn.
I ain't gonna hold you.
I'm sure these fries are good. What Buddy said? For show you right on. For show you right on.
I give that 1.5 out of 10. He's so nice with it. I love that.
I'm sorry though. That sandwich was just not. It wasn't good. And I'm not gonna say I'm not Keith Lee. It wasn't good in general. Like I don't recommend.
KFC's a big store anyway, so it's not like you're gonna hurt their business by saying. Because there was times where I sat here and lied on camera just because it was like a mom and pop shop or whatever.
Oh yeah, you didn't want to ruin their business or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not Keith Lee either, but like if I was they were so nice to me too, and it was a black-owned business, and I didn't want to be like
yeah. And honestly, it could have just been like a fluke too. Like it could have just been that one bad time or whatever, you know.
It was a vegan restaurant. It was
I've never tried it. I've never been to a vegan restaurant.
I did one with Jarrell, and I did soul food vegan, which I must not have got the right items because on their website they do things so well. But when I got into the store, I don't know if they had multiple, and I went to the wrong one. It just wasn't hitting. Besides like the desserts and the drinks they gave me, it was like they gave me like some strawberry lemonade drink, but then they had like oyster mushroom chicken. I love oyster mushrooms, but
They actually sound kind of good. I mean, what do they use for chicken though?
Is the oyster mushrooms. It's vegan. They don't have chicken.
I know, but I figured they would use what's that? There was some sort of plant that they used as like a substitute for chicken. One of my vegan friends was telling me about it. I just can't remember what it was.
Is it oyster mushroom?
It was called jack chicken or something like that.
I've seen it where they do the they take the gluten out of the bread and like knead it a bunch of times and turn it into like chicken looking stuff. I've seen that, but I've never seen anything other than some sort of mushroom as a meat replacement, which like a portobello. I didn't even see portobellos on the mushroom.
You ever that remind me, you ever been to that, you know, where like King's Barbershop used to be?
I feel like go ahead.
You ever been to
Yeah, I broke my stand, so this thing is this thing is lean, this thing is crippled. Hold on, let me. Hopefully that's better. Yeah, I broke my stand, and that's why I haven't been filming either, and I almost forgot it was broken. I tried to glue it. But, yeah.
So, I was saying with the, I think you talking about. Damn.
Hopefully we got
Get this one to try again. So, no, what I was telling you about, because you brought the mushroom thing, and this actually had me super salty. So I went to the Chicago food place right next to King's.
Yeah.
And while I'm looking at the menu,
Taste of
they
Chicago?
had I think it's something like that. But they also got a new, there's like Windy City place too. So I don't know.
Okay.
There's a bunch of Chicago places around here.
Yeah.
But I go in there and I'm looking at the menu and they got a portobello burger on the menu. So I'm thinking I'm about to get portobello mushrooms on this burger. But when I tell you they had me the little styrofoam joint, fries, I opened the fucking burger. Sorry, excuse my language. I opened the burger.
I'll edit it out.
And it's a big mushroom, and that's it. But I was so sick. I was like, who eats mushrooms like this? Like, I don't, you do?
I love portobello.
Bro, I got a portobello patty, and I was sick. I was so salty. I did not want that. And so I was expecting a burger. I'm starving, by the way. So I'm literally just in the car, just sick. Like, man, I was about to eat them, like a mushroom with bread on it.
Yeah, I can't imagine just eating it like that, but I would need some sort of burger like. But I would always make like a stuffed portobellos and stuff like that. But you have to have some. You don't have to have something in it. It's a lot of mushrooms are very good meat replacements.
Well, I like a good mushroom, but I don't want a meat replacement. Like I want the mushrooms with the meat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, at least for now, because I'm not going vegan no time soon.
I had a very good mushroom called lion's mane. I went to
Lion's mane mushroom. Where'd you get it from?
farmer's market in Houston.
That's what's up.
They got them everywhere. You probably see them, like, if you ever see people talking about them, it's like very good for brain health and
okay.
stuff like that. But I went and got the actual mushroom. So they sell them in pills a lot.
Is it in Joe Rogan's Alpha Brain?
Joe Rogan, yeah, I think it's in his Alpha Brain. I think they make teas and stuff too. But I went and had the actual thing at the farmer's market, and it was so good. It literally tastes like seafood, like crab legs or something.
Right.
And all you gotta do is fry it with butter.
You actually find a lot of good, like, food and stuff at because when I used to have my dog Kobe, we used to be able to get like homemade dog treats there that was made from like salmon and peanut butter and all of that. And the dog went crazy for him. Like, he loved them. So, and it wasn't overly expensive either. Like, I don't feel like people at this farmer's market are really trying to hit your pockets like crazy. Whereas, you know, everywhere else you go, I just feel like they super taxing, and I ain't with all that.
I wish there was more place that had like duck eggs. I love duck eggs. Like here, I gotta go all the way to like Chilton or something.
I ain't never had no duck egg.
Oh, they're really good. I'm telling you.
Well, I mean, I don't like. What's the flavor difference between a duck egg and a chicken egg?
The yolk is bigger, and are you a yolk dipper?
Yeah.
And the yolk is more rich. So
Really?
like, yeah, that's the only difference. It's just a bigger egg, and the yolk is more rich. But it's definitely like, it'll be like going from. Can you tell the difference between like a, just like a cheap Quick Trip egg, like a 99-cent egg, versus if you go to get like a pasture-raised one? Have you ever done that? My first time noticing the difference was when I would just buy like the blue ones with no labels, the little blue or green ones, the styrofoam ones, and then I went to Eggland's Best, and I'm like, Eggland's Best tastes so much better.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I ain't never noticed. I never noticed.
And then when I talked to that girl from Africa, and she was like, she thought it was weird that our eggs were white, and I'm like, what? So then I went and go try some brown eggs, and I'm like, oh, there is a big difference, but it's just like
eggs taste like eggs to me. I don't see a big difference. But I mean, I only had like, you know what I'm saying, I only had chicken eggs. Like I never had you know, a different type of bird egg or a duck egg. Where did you say you got a duck egg from?
I went to like Little Farmer.
Oh.
You know, where's that? You got little ones, so. You ever go to like
No,
those?
because the Little Farmer is right down the street from Melissa's grandparents' house.
Maybe not Little Farmer. What's the one where you actually go on the farm and stuff?
Like the Mulberry Farm?
Yeah, Mulberry, I think, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. You be on the hay bales and stuff?
That's the Little Farmer.
Okay, then that one.
Because I done took Cash and Letty there before. And I'm sure they had fun.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of fun for me. I'm just being honest. You taking your kids essentially when you do go, like when it's popular times to go, right? It's like the fall. So you're taking your kids pretty much outside when it's just starting to get cold. Don't want to do it. They want to walk you through a cornfield. Don't want to do it.
Yeah.
All the pies and everything that they make there, apple ciders, all that, they wanted a ridiculous amount of money for them, and I was like, no, like that's not happening.
That's crazy that you say that, because when back in my stepdad days, I used to be like, and I used to think to myself, am I like being a bad, like, because I don't want to be here. I don't want to do this.
No.
Oh
no! I'm gonna give you the real side of parenting.
I'm like, am I supposed to enjoy this? I don't want to do this.
No, people just, man, I'm telling you, people be letting the internet fool them. Listen, most parents do not be wanting to do none of that because it's not fun for them. Like, you like seeing the look on your kids' faces when they happy and they excited about stuff, but for the most part,
I do feel like
you
women
want them to you want them to have their fun within like a 30-minute window, so that way you can be like, okay, that was cool, let's go. Like, this isn't fun for me. Like, I don't, but I don't mind taking them to like the places where they got the little like jungle gyms and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like left to play and stuff.
Yeah, but it's big enough where I can get in there and chase them around if I want. So you know what I'm saying? So like I can make it fun from a parent side. But like the last time I took my kids to the Little Farmer, I had them in a little wagon, right? I was pulling them in a little wagon. Now, when I tell you all the mud and dirt was super hard, rocky, rickety, so I'm really having to like pull them through all of this. By the time I get done, I'm like, bruh, I don't want to, like, listen, I'll be in the car. You bring them, you wheel them. I'm actually salty. Like, I'm looking at my wife like, listen, you made me come to this thing. Now I'm going to wait in the car. You want to get apple pies and all of that? You go ahead. I'm going to be in the car. I'm salty. Leave me alone. I don't want to talk about it. So, it just wasn't fun. Like, I'm sick of people acting like doing stuff like that. It's not fun. They keep acting like it's fun. It's just not. But we do things that are not fun for our kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I feel like people would be like, yeah, have kids, it's amazing. And then once you do, it's like, ha ha ha, tricked you.
Nah, I'd be the first person to tell you, if you're not absolutely sure, don't do it.
Because one thing is like, people be like, and I almost hear every parent say this, I love my kids, but I'm like, dang, what is the but?
No, ain't no buts to me. I do love my kids. Ain't no buts. They get on my nerves. They get on my nerves. I love them and they get on my nerves every single day.
That's gonna be my intro.
The thing is, I remember looking back at Daddy and being like I look back at him now as an adult and be like, man, we must get on his nerves, bro.
Goodness.
We was always breaking stuff, always fighting, always. Now my kids argue about the dumbest thing. Like, you know, I hand Cash my phone so he can watch something on YouTube. And Lady want a phone now. And I'm like, I only got one. Now she start crying. She go crying to Alyssa. Now she yelling at me talking about, can you just figure it out? No, I can't figure it out. It's two of them. All right, you take one, I take the other. But
I go that way, you go this way.
Yeah, you know, but you know, they fight over anything. And I'm literally just like, I gotta get man, I'm not trying to hear this. Especially after you done worked all day. You get home and you just want your kids to just be kind of the nice, like, you know. But instead, they literally think like you a jungle gym. Like, my son just waiting to like square himself up on the back of the couch so he can jump on my back. And I just be like, bruh, I'm not ready for this right now.
Not tonight.
Get up off me. It's like, I be needing like 10 to 15 minutes when I get home to just decompress. You know what I'm saying?
Like sit in that car.
I'll be right outside my garage on my phone. Like, and I see a text from my wife talking about, so you just gonna sit in the car, huh? Because you know she got the location. Yeah. So she said, I'll be sitting there watching my TikToks. Next thing I know, you just gonna sit in the car. Oh man, I guess
time to come back to reality.
It's just like, I know mom's got to deal with it, you know, like all day. She might be with the kids all day. But it's just as soon as you get home, it's like everybody needs something from you, right? Yeah. Oh, your wife needs you to take the kids. The kids need everything in the world. And like, there's just no, like, what I want to do for myself. Like, it's the playoffs, it's the finals right now. Right. I mostly just want to get home and watch basketball. And I want y'all to leave me alone while I do that. That's not happening. So, unfortunately, you know, you just have days where you deal with a lot of nonsense. But I think that people mistake like dealing with the nonsense as a parent and like having stressful moments as a parent as a like, oh no, never have kids. I'm like, nah, it's really on you as like a person. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Anything that's worth having in life, as we all talk about, is going to be challenging and it's going to be difficult in its moments. But at the end of the day, to me, parenting is super rewarding. But I feel like for a person like you probably get a lot of the similar reward just being a good uncle. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And like, you don't need kids for that like sort of fulfillment because you're a really good uncle, you know? Like, all the kids love you. So you sitting there like, well, who needs kids? I got 13 nieces and nephews and they all love me. So why would I need kids? Whereas, and you got them aged from what, 20 to like 3. You know what I'm saying? So any little thing you know what? I want some grown interactions with my nieces and nephews. Let me go to the grown ones. You know, I really want to help mentor the middle school or whatever age ones. Let me go talk to them. Or, you know, I just want to take some kids to the park and pull some honey. So let me take these little kids, which you can take my kids anytime, by the way. I'm just letting you know. But
I did that with Pank one time, and it was supposed to be a 3-hour or 2-hour thing. They took their sweet time. I'm like, all right, you still coming back? Because his kids, it took them a while. You know, that was the first time over my house, and then it took them a while to warm up. After about an hour, they was running amok.
Just remind me, because when Mike was in college, Kayla went on vacation to Florida, right? So they needed somebody to watch little Mike. I had nothing to do, so I stayed in her apartment and I watched little Mike for like 4 days, right? Well, while they was all gone was when the incident happened with Jordan. You remember?
Yeah.
So when that incident happened with Jordan, I got Katie coming to pick me up, take me to the hospital. I got Lil Mike in the car seat, doing all this. Now, mind you, Lil Mike was a crybaby. I don't know if you remember this. Like,
I remember Caden being
the kid would cry over anything. His mac and cheese too hot. You know, you bring him the wrong food. He was just so like spoiled as like a little kid, you know, that like I was like, bro, what does it take to get this kid to shut up? Like, and I'm really good with kids, you know, and I always have been, you know, everybody know that about me. But I'm like, I could not. Sorry, Lil Mike, if you see this, I love you. You 15 now. But when you was like 1, bruh, you was way too much.
I remember I babysat him one time, and he was playing like Grand Theft Auto 5, I think just came out. And then I was telling Mike about it. He's like, you ain't never let him play that. I said, he knew what he was doing. He was going through all the stuff. He couldn't have been more than, what, 5? Yeah. I'm like, he knows how to play that game. So I don't know if he's sneaking or whatever, or his mom was letting him.
Listen,
he's playing that game.
Listen, my son this morning woke me up about 2 o'clock in the morning because I told him yesterday, we dead in the phones, all of this. You're not getting no phones no more. You've been acting crazy, yada, yada. So I hid their phones. Now, they don't have, like phones that actually work. They just got little brick phones that are old phones that we used to have. Yeah. So whatever, they use them under the Wi-Fi. But I was like, nah, this dead. Y'all acting crazy about these phones, whatever. I took them. Tell me why this little Stewie was standing in front of my bed, like literally, like tried to sneak. I just heard him. And he was slowly trying to unplug my phone from my charger and sneak it into his room. And I was like, so I just kind of like shake awake, and I was like, what are you doing? Bro, what are you doing? Like, and I'm taking my phone from him. And he start freaking out. Middle of the night, 2 o'clock in the morning. I live in an upstairs apartment, so I know my downstairs neighbor is sick. He's sitting on the floor like this. I was like, bro, so I'm sitting here like, this nigga can't be serious. And you know, it was one of them moments where I'm like, I'm about to break him off. But, you know, it is what it is. But I gotta go back to work. All right,
let me go ahead and, you got anything you want to say?
Nah, I'm just, you know, happy to do another video with you. Had fun. That sandwich from KFC, I don't recommend. So y'all know. Other than that, no.
All right, thank you guys for tuning in. You can find me on all my socials at Ellie Carson, LECARSON, Snoop TV.
Keep my shit been going, oh, see, no, you are not my bro. Please quit acting like you know me.